The industry is very important. It's important to everyone, for everybody. We all use the roads, and I feel that I'm contributing to something that people need and something that it's long-lasting. I think everybody hears every time I go by a road that Fulton Hogan built and go, I did that!
The pride that you see that people have being able to deliver a road which is going to help, kids get to school, go to the doctors, whatever, they see their role as critical in that and are very proud of what they do.
I think it's a fantastic environment where we're building things and doing things and creating the future for the country.
You start to realise that it's a fantastic industry to be part of.
AAPA has been a unifying force in the flexible pavement industry and managed to bring together players of various backgrounds and institutions.
From the major players like Downer, Boral, Fulton Hogan, all the way down the chain to some of the smaller traffic control companies.
AAPA fulfills a very important role in this context, and it also raises the profile of the industry, makes it an attractive industry to join.
Being a part of AAPA is really critical and important for Vic Roads. It brings us that opportunity to work with industry, across industry, to look at best practice, innovation, training and safety right across the delivery of our flexible pavements.
It is a very collaborative environment in the flexible pavements industry, and as an association we foster that, encourage it and drive that.
And we work together, and that's across the state sector, it's across the government sector, and obviously against members. And that, what we end up is with a group of people who work together for a collective common good.
I've been involved with AAPA now long enough to have experienced the passion and commitment that those on the board and involved with AAPA have for the industry. AAPA brings everybody together and allows them to discuss the issues of the industry, to hear everybody's viewpoint and to form a combined industry view of how to go forward.
A lot of the issues we face are common. Some of us have different environments and we have different environmental issues that affect our pavements, but ultimately, as an industry, we've got an opportunity to draw on world's best practice and share that across our country.
There's existing proven global technology which we should be bringing into Australia to deliver value for the customer.
AAPA has linkages both nationally and internationally that enable it to be bringing technology to Australia at the forefront of technology.
And that technology is landing in Australia, will make major savings, major opportunities for the asphalt sector. That's key, that's interesting.
If we start looking at what they do overseas compared to what we do here, I think we've got a lot to learn, and I think we can learn from that. And by going over there, sharing the knowledge, bringing that back and implementing within Australia will give us a sustainable future.
That's what's so great that we're trying to do with AAPA, is go out there, learn from other countries like Canada, in Europe, in Latin America, Africa and so on, and take the best learnings and see if it fits here in Australia, and I believe it does.
The evolving technologies now are around processing of the bitumen rather than modifying the bitumen, so the concepts of multi-grade bitumen, EMEs are some of the exciting innovations that are sort of currently on the way.
We need to continue to bring world's best technology here through modified binders, new surfacing treatments, low noise treatments that will give the Australian road environment what is in fact at world's best practice now.
The utilisation of RAP is a very important step that the industry has taken.
Asphalt is the most recycled building product in the world, and that's because 100% of what is on the road can be recycled, and when it is, it comes back just as good or even better than the original product.
Very simply put, the roads that you have on the ground now, we know will last X amount of years, 10, 20 or so. And when it comes to the end of their life, we don't have to start all over. We can take the material that's already there, recycle it with some new asphalt, and then put a really good product down.
Technology plays an important part in the road construction and maintenance industry. Australia has a relatively large road network and has only a small population to maintain it. Therefore, we need to be clever and efficient in the way we build and maintain it.
We're a very, very large landmass. We have an incredible road network, extremely long, and it services a very, very small population base.
20 years' time, I see the Australian road network looking full of holes and very congested unless we start spending the appropriate amount of money on road maintenance that we really need to invest in such a high value asset.
The Australian taxpayer has to support 6 times the road length compared to UK or US taxpayers.
The maintenance of our rural and regional road network is as important as the maintenance of our urban network.
We've got these big projects and they're all important, but we've got our minor road networks, we've got a lot of council roads, and that's a vital part of the road network as well, and we need to, I think, pay attention to those and make sure that in the future those roads are maintained.
If it's not looked after now, we will be facing a situation where you're having to not only maintain roads, you're having to repair them. And obviously the cost of doing that is significantly greater than a constant period of proactive maintenance.
I'm currently the chairman of AAPA, the AAPA board at the moment, and I'm really excited about where AAPA's going. We've developed a new strategic direction. It's focused heavily on technological excellence in producing value for money pavement solutions, and we're doing that through forums with all of our key stakeholders and state road authorities to try to harmonise some of the asphalt practices and standards around Australia. And if we achieve that, that'll be a great outcome for both the industry and for the people of Australia as well, and for government.
If we could get better harmonisation of product, but not just product, the specifications in which we have to work and the way in which we have to submit tenders and contract documents, then it's going to save our member companies a great deal of money, but it's also ultimately going to save the people of Australia a great deal of money.
Most of our road authorities have different specifications, so I think we need to harmonise that, and I know at least AAPA is looking in that particular direction.
Bitumen has no borders, so we've got trucks travelling up and down the east coast and across to the west, carrying bitumen, so safety needs to be paramount no matter where you're going, not state specific, but across the whole of Australia. So harmonisation is critical across all supply points, and everybody who touches bitumen needs to be aware and on the same page with safety.
The industry has to, as a whole, get on board with nationalising how we approach safety around roadworks, in batch plants, that type of thing.
That's where AAPA is really good at the training mechanism of it. So the working safely with bitumen course is a must for all of our people, and also too they're learning bits of how emulsions and P&Bs and crumb rubber react when people use them on site.
So AAPA with their training courses provide the perfect package for the guys. They understand exactly what's required of them within the industry. It gives them something to fall back on as well, something that not many industries do these days.
For me, it's about being part of an industry that's going to contribute to improving the road network for the future.
I see Boral's relationship with AAPA as extremely strong, particularly in the field of technology development and sharing best safety practice. They are the forum that we can effectively do that.
Downersea representation at AAPA is critical. We want to help shape the future industry, shape our safety performance, the training and the knowledge transfer.
If you want to influence what road infrastructure is doing generally across Australia, I think you've got to be a part of AAPA. If you're not a part of AAPA, well then you really are just a spectator.
It is exciting times to be part of the road sector, and all of the forward projections are that we are going to be entering record levels of investment times on the road sector across Australia over the next decade. And our industry is ready to meet the challenge. Our industry has the capability, the knowledge and the capacity to provide real value for money solutions to those who are seeking to build roads. Our road authorities, federal government and local government, our industry is ready to step up and deliver those innovative solutions.